it's another warm one today, and it is the Saturday finale of the 2022 Gold Cup. Welcome back to today's video. You can see the beautiful Silver Dollar Speedway quarter-mile dirt track behind me, and I'm just in the backstretch grandstands kind of checking out what they are doing to prep the surface for today's show. So unfortunately for us, today is not a complete new day. We accumulated points from our prelim between qualifying, our heat race, and a main event, and then they lined us straight up into heat races for today based off of those points. So I think like by the time it shook out with our DNF, we were like 37th maybe. So we're gonna be rolling off from 9th in a heat race for today to try to make it into the show. So it is super safe to say we have a tall task ahead of us, and you know, we definitely have our work cut out for us as a team, but all we can do now is what we can do. The situation is what it is, and we can't go back and change it. So we're just gonna make the most of our Gold Cup finale, gonna be rolling off deep in a heat race, try to move forward. If we have to go run a lower main, we're gonna go do that, and just try to keep making our race car better and see how far we can improve and move forward. So let's get this Saturday finale underway. We'll be keeping you guys up to date on what the track's doing and see what kind of surface we get here at the Silver Dollar Speedway. All right, this is the most important part of our night, at least to get it started. Rolling off from 9th in this heat race with 4 transferring, and we're the first heat of the day. So it's hooked up, cowboy up, gotta stand on the gas and go. But try to see what we can make out of it, and the farther we go forward, the better we'll be sitting after this heat. Well, with my luck, we ended up in the first heat of the day there, started 9th, came home 8th, so gained 1 spot. At one point, we were back to 10th. I knew a lot of it was just gonna be the start, you know, where guys ended up going or who got bottled up. Sure enough, being on the inside lane, it's like, I was following Craig Kinzer and we just got stuck on the bottom. He tried hitting it and I followed him because I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to be aggressive, but I didn't want to completely jump out of my lane and necessarily possibly open the door for more damage to be done to me than what I could do to go forward. So I fell back to 10th, didn't start in the right lane. Then I got to the top within half a lap and then was able to get by Craig, got by Robbie Price. We overall just had a stacked heat, and yeah, I mean, we obviously didn't come close to the transfer, but we should be on the pole to C main, so we're not in the D. We should be on the pole to C, and we're just gonna try to make laps in that, and as I said, making the best of today and trying to move forward. Racetrack did slicken off though a good amount in those 8 laps. Nothing really down low, kind of just a train around the high side. So we could use a little bit more forward grip, but it's tough. I have the wing adjustment. I didn't really use it because you got to be careful. You don't want to get too tight, because on a place like Chico, with how tight and with how rough and choppy and how the curb develops, it can get you in trouble fast. we made it through the C, onto the B. Car felt good, led all 10 laps. Now's when our real job begins. I think we're gonna be rolling off from 14th, or yeah, maybe around 14th, and top 5 are gonna transfer. Racetrack's hooked up, they worked it, so we're gonna keep our car free, try to take advantage of anyone that is not free if they're tight, and just try to put ourselves in the right spot, and if we can get towards the front, it's gonna be a heck of a battle. Well, and just like that, the Gold Cup is complete. Of course, not really the showing that we were hoping for. I was a little worried to start today that just kind of, you could say like our bed was made. We were in a bad spot with how Thursday night ended, and if Thursday goes so much different, we might have been on like the front row of a heat race today. Instead, you know, we started 9th, and good luck trying to pass with the cars that we're up against. They're all just so fast, and you know, we went forward one, actually technically we passed 2 cars because we dropped back on the start and then went forward in the heat. Won the C, felt great in the C main. The racetrack did not look anything like this. It was actually pretty quick. I believe my fastest lap was a 12.4, and then by that B main event, we were already into the 13-second bracket, and there was only a dash in between. So with the reworks they were doing, the racetrack was just changing a lot, and if there's, you know, one thing that I would really like to work on would just be, and part of it is you just get stuck in the back there, but I just need to work on getting through traffic, because if I could have got going and gotten a rhythm and got past a couple cars, I would have been fine in that B, and I think I could have started charging towards the front, but I just didn't get going. I just got stuck in the middle. I was trying to, you know, put myself in a good spot, and ultimately I just wasn't in a good spot, and didn't go anywhere at all. Ultimately though, it is what it is. I'm definitely gonna watch everything back from all these races with the Outlaws, but one thing to say, you can't overanalyze any of it, because there's just so many factors. If you don't make one mistake at the beginning, you might not make all the mistakes at the rest of the race, or one night you're just hero, next night you're zero. We talk about how much the pill drop puts people in spots. So, I mean, there's so much to what it takes to run good at an outlaw show, run good at a big event like this, and just, to be up front or to end up in the back. In the end, this was obviously a great learning experience for us, and we're working in the right direction of building our program and becoming faster and more consistent with some of the best drivers in the world. Real quickly, I want to give a big shout out to my crew, my family, everyone that has supported the 18T these last couple of weeks, as well as Next Gen Def, On-Site Screeners, Fast 4 Media, ABC Powder Coating, Earth Environmental, Pit Stop USA, QRC, Lafarge, Carson Oil, Bullseye Design and Print, and all you fans. It was so cool to see the support on this West Coast swing during the fall. Love seeing you guys, your stories, everything about it. It's just, this is truly what we live for. I live for that. I live for going fast. I live for, unfortunately, the bad nights, but obviously the good nights too. It's just, it's all part of the process. So we'll see you guys all in the next one, and have a great rest of your day. Deuces.